Those are great plants to have for the medicine cabinet, and so they transplant as well. Welcome to TNT Homesteading. Join us as we spend our first full year here on our 10-acre off-grid homestead. Hey all, welcome to TNT Homesteading. This is Terry. So today I'm really hoping to work a little bit more in the garden. Things are coming along nicely in here, and I'm just trying to get things situated. So far, that tomato plant's doing okay. I just came in here. Let me move my hand. I just came in here, it was laying down. I do need to get some sort of support on that. I've got, well, it's still too early to see. I've got 3 cilantro planted there. I've got some basil planted there. I've got some carrots planting here, which I believe are coming up. I have some radishes planted here, which a few are coming up, and then an orange bell pepper. Over here, back along the fence, I've planted some squash seeds, and I'm still waiting on them. Along the edge fence line, I've got some cucumbers, and most of those have come up. I think I've got one more still waiting to come up. This tomato plant is doing really well. I've got some onions. This isn't an onion. I've got some onions starting to come up. And some more radishes, and then some jalapenos. I had to replace 3 jalapenos because the pots I had them in before we went away the other day did not have drain holes, and I didn't realize it. And they pretty much got waterlogged, and they were probably going to survive, but it would have taken them quite a long while, and I would have missed a lot of harvest by waiting. So I went ahead and got 3 more to replace it with. This bed is currently empty, as are the 3 tubs over there. Most of this bed is empty except for along the back fence line, and that bed except for the back of the fence line. So I'll be able to put some more stuff in there. I've got 2 buckets here in the middle that I don't have anything in yet. These we're planning to put potatoes. I do have them ordered. I'm just waiting for the seeds to come in, but they're indeterminate tomatoes. So I'll plant them here as they grow. We'll add ring segments to it and add more dirt. And then hopefully by the end of the season, when it's time to harvest, we knock over the barrels and harvest our potatoes. That's the plan. We saw that online, thought that sounded really cool, and we're going to give it a shot. But we'll see how it goes. The blackberries are doing okay. I need to stand that one up, but they're doing okay. Same over here. I actually got a couple of blooms and 1 little blackberry on this plant right there. That elderberry plant's doing really good. This one's doing okay. It's not quite as taken off quite as well. This dewberry is doing well. It's got some sort of spots on it, but overall it's doing well. And this one, I think, pretty much died at one point and is growing back. So it's a little bit further behind the game. Over here, the garlic is doing really well. This tomato plant is starting to finally pick up. It was also waterlogged, and it's doing better. And then that cilantro over there is doing okay. The strawberry bed and the what's that stuff called? You know, that stuff. Asparagus is in here, and it's doing pretty good. Strawberries are doing okay. I do see one little, I have to adjust this, but I see one asparagus growing up, and if I'm going to leave this here, I'll have to do something different because it's going to grow through that. But I'd heard that asparagus and strawberries go really well together in a bed, and so we thought we'd give it a try. Well, that's a very noisy job, but I've got a good bag of leaves. We're going to go mulch the tomatoes and see how they do. I said it was quite a few leaves, but there wasn't as much there as I thought there was. But that should at least get these 2 tomato plants. The shredded leaves will decompose, add nutrients back into the soil. It'll also help to insulate the soil, keeping it a little bit cooler, as well as help with moisture. I've got these 2 done, and while we're here, I'm going to go ahead and do the peppers. And that looks pretty good. It'll work a little bit better once everything else starts coming up and I can put some more stuff down across the full bed. Right now I'm just trying to take care of those because I've got seeds planted over here. I don't want to cover them up yet. Well, I've got all the tomatoes taken care of and the pepper plants and that one. Again, I'll probably mulch some more once everything else comes up. I don't know if you noticed, but I got some of the bamboo down from the river and have started making little cages. Both this tomato plant and this one were both laying down. The other one behind me this morning and this one this afternoon. So I've decided to see if we can't use these, at least in these corners. The other 2 tomato plants don't yet need anything. I'd planned on using the shredder and getting some of the tree branches and putting down there as mulch, but I'm tired and I'm hot and I'm pretty much done. There's a few more things I'm wanting to do, one of which is my garlic. So the garlic's looking really well. And recently I saw something where someone was taking and basically they pruned their garlic. They said it helps with getting larger heads. I couldn't find a whole lot one way or the other on this. I did see a few people talking about this, but I don't know. I've never tried it. So I'm going to do about half of these and see how they turn out. And then if they didn't work well, well, I've learned something. And if it does work well, well, I've learned something there as well. And basically all I was seeing, you want to leave some because that's how it gets its nutrients. And then what I can do with these, let me get them picked up here. We can either chop these up in a salad like you'd use green onions, or they said you can also dehydrate them and turn them into a powder and use them for anything you want to have a garlicky flavor to. So I'm going to trim half of these and see how this goes. And I realized I hadn't shown you what the garlic looked like. So here's the garlic with the haircut next to the ones without. We'll see how it goes. Well, one of the plants when Restoration Farms was here found for us is this yarrow. And then as I was sitting here looking at it, there's actually 2. This is the one that's blooming and is actually ready to harvest. This one right here is also yarrow, and so is this one. So those are great plants to have for the medicine cabinet, and so they transplant as well. So I'm going to get these and transplant them into our garden bed, and then I don't have to come walking through the woods to find it every time I need it. 3 yarrow in the bucket. Now on to one more. The other one we found is plantain. And this is also something I was wanting to try to get put in the garden this year. And they said it transplants very well as also. So I'm going to take care of that right now. Well, that turned out a little bit harder than I expected. There was a lot more rocks here than I thought. I'm trying to pull out some of these weeds around this. So 3 yarrow and 1 plantain. I'll get them added. Whew. There we go. I'll get them added to the garden. Watered, mulched, not necessarily in that order. And put up all the tools, put up the chipper, assuming I've got enough mulch, and probably call it an evening. I think steak over the fire is planned. Found some wild garlic and roasted radishes to go along with it. And here's the plantain. And the yarrow. Pretty excited about having both of those in here.